Women don't listen to men these days. Yo, it's official. Like a referee with a whistle. So yeah, this is something that I've been hearing lately. A lot of guys be complaining about, man, these girls these days, man, they don't listen to us, man. Black women don't, I hear it all. I hear white guys be complaining, black dudes be complaining, black women don't listen to them, man. Listen to you, they hard-headed, man. Or what, it's always that type of shit, right? And I always say, they just ain't listening to you. That's all that is. Let's just be real. They ain't listening to you, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't really have these type of problems. So like and share this episode. But let's say I did have these problems. Let's say I was around a woman, or maybe more than one woman I'm dealing with, and she don't like to listen. She want to do her own thing. Every time I need a favor or need her to do something, it's always some type of pushback. There's always a long list of questions. Why this and why that, and like a long lecture. And let's say that was the case, right? I would be planning to replace her at some point, if that was the case, because you can't have them both ways. You can't have me. Basically, I'm putting my life on the line. I'm supposed to protect this woman, provide for this woman, provide for the family. I'm supposed to do whatever, win, lose, or draw. And then when it's time, when I need a favor or something done, I come to you with it, and there's like, I don't know, I can't do it. Maybe. Oh no, you can't have it both ways. No, it don't work that way. There's a lot of women out here that they want to have a conditional relationship with guys, or a conditional marriage with a guy, where it's like, just they'll be with you, but just don't tell me what to do. It's that type of deal, So in other words, the guy can do whatever, as long as things stay routine and the way she would like, but just don't tell her to do anything. Don't tell her what to do. It's that type of deal. What fantasy world are these people in today? And what type of guy would even tolerate that? Why would a guy even tolerate that? Why would a guy even sign up for that? Get involved, put up with that? I can't even wrap my mind around that. Look, if something is going on around me, people, a job, and if I don't like how I'm being treated, I'm going to plan to get away. I'm going to plan to get rid of the problem. I'm not going to sit there and complain and run out and tell everybody what's going on with me, and so they can feel sorry for me, which they don't really give a fuck in most cases anyway, because everybody got their own problems. I'm going to do something about it. So I'm going to plan to get rid of that job, that girl, that friend that went lame over the years and turned into a hater. That's just me though. Because a lot of times it's the guy's fault. Because they tolerate it. Well, you might say, well, the relationship probably started that way. It probably did. And that's even worse. If it starts off that way, that tells me either you don't know no better or you just a butt kissing fool. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you've been with somebody over the years and things go downhill, there's a good chance it's the guy's fault. Yeah, it's a good chance, because a lot of guys become simps, wimps, butt kissers over time. A lot of people just get comfortable and complacent, and they feel like what they did to get the person, they don't have to do to keep the person, which I never really understood that mentality. There's some people out here with that mentality. I've heard people actually say stuff like, well, I don't got to do that no more. I'm like, what? Where they do that at? I've heard men and women talk like that. They'll say, well, I don't got to do that no more. Why do you think that? And how do you think the other person is going to feel when you decide to take something away and they don't know nothing about it? You just basically made up your mind on your own that you're going to take something away without even telling them. So you're going to basically drop the ball on them. And you think they're supposed to be okay with that. It's like, what they do? Where they do that at? And see, you have a bunch of degenerates out here, which is a big part of the problem that we have today. A lot of people haven't fully developed as men and women, and they get together with other people, and it just doesn't go right. It doesn't last, because you have maybe one person, at least one person, is not fully developed. Sometimes you might have two people, and that's when you know the shit really is chaos. You can kind of tell if you have two people that are degenerates, because it's gonna be fucking chaos. They're gonna be fighting all the time, calling the police, and all kind of wild, crazy shit gonna be going on. Fighting in front of the kids. That's when you know you have two degenerates. When it's like that all the time, every other day is something going on. That's when you got like, yeah, they're just degenerates, But when a woman doesn't listen or pay the guy no mind, that's mad disrespectful, And so I would move on from that person, because it's going to get worse. It's never going to get better in most cases. I haven't seen it get better since as long as I've been living, and I haven't been living that long, in my opinion. But as long as I've been living, and I've seen these types of cases, and I've experienced these types of relationship dynamics when I was in my 20s. None of them got better. I just moved on because women tend to get more disrespectful the longer you stay around them if you tolerate that type of treatment, that type of disrespect. That's what usually happens. You get the old saying goes, you give them an inch to take a mile. And that's true. So see, a lot of times we're trying to force things to happen. And that doesn't work. That never works. See, some people just don't like you. And they probably never liked you in the first place. What they did is they probably settled with you. Some people just don't like being around certain people. And they'll just try to make it work, but it doesn't work. And see, a lot of guys spend time around women that really ain't feeling them like that and never have. And you can kind of tell when a couple comes around. You can kind of tell if the woman is into the guy. I can tell within a couple minutes. Cause the whole vibe, the body language, the vibe, the energy, and if a woman has all the can't do this, can't do that, I don't know about this, she's talking like that, or she got a masculine vibe about her, and she's acting like a man sometime and act like a woman sometime, she ain't really into that dude. If a woman is into you, it ain't nothing she wouldn't try. I'm not gonna say she wouldn't do it on a regular, but she would at least try one time at least. And if she doesn't like it, she will tell you, I think that's a little too much for me. And I would respect that. You know what I'm saying? It is nothing she wouldn't try. And I don't care what it is. From the bedroom, the any areas of activity, and just as a human. There's nothing she ain't gonna say, oh, I can't do it because her friend didn't like it or something. No. She's just not into you like that. And that's okay. You have to know who's fucking with you and who ain't. And some people go lame over time. Some people might disagree. Some relationships should end. I'm not one of those people that say, hey, y'all supposed to be together forever, and yeah, maybe you should. But some people go lame. Some people they become haters, and they start to envy the person that they lay down with or live with. Instead of trying to be like a teammate, they start competing with the other person, which doesn't make any sense, logical sense if you really think about it, because that relationship is going to crash and burn if y'all start competing against each other. It's going to be like a competition. I mean, whose side are you on? This broad is on somebody else's side, so. And at the end of the day, it comes down to she really ain't into you like that. And once you've done all you could do, you gave your all, you did the best you could do, there's nothing more you can do. And if that's the case, it's just time it's time for you to go. You've been to all the counseling. Maybe she didn't want to go. You can't force people to do anything they don't want to do. Like I said, if a woman's into you, there's nothing she wouldn't try at least once. And when she tries it, she might like it. But if she's not open to doing almost anything you recommend, she just ain't into you like that. And that's okay. You know what I'm saying? See, we need to start spending most of our time. I think our relationships or life in general would be much better, and you would have much more success in life if we spent most of our time around people that dislike us as a human being, man. For real, a lot of us spend a lot of our times around people that just tolerate us. It's like being at your job, and people at your job can't stand your guts. They wish you weren't there. They wish you would go somewhere and die. The people you work with, more than likely, and most of your time is being spent at your job if you work 40 hours a week. But those people don't like you, can't stand you, and a small percentage of those people hate your guts. But you have to work there because you need that job to pay them bills. You got a mortgage, you got a rent, you got car payments and insurance, got to pay the power bill, the water bill, you got to buy food and all that shit. So you feel like you need that job. Well, that's not necessarily true. You need a job. You don't necessarily need that job. Just like your relationships. You might not necessarily need her, but you want a woman in your life. You see what I'm saying? See, you have to change your mindset. I'm not one of those guys that bought into the idea that, hey, everyone has a soulmate. There's only one person for me, one and only. And once I find that one person, there's nobody else for me in the universe. I'm not one of those persons. I never bought into none of that shit. I'm not one of those guys that say, hey, what's your love language? I never bought into none of that shit. I don't know I don't know where that shit came from. I think there's somebody that came up with a book with 5 love languages. I think it's a good scheme, good idea someone came up with, and everybody ran with it, and the book sold, I don't know, probably 1 million copies by now. It's a great concept, great scheme, brilliant scheme, sold a lot of books. But in reality, I've never bought into none of the 5 love languages, and I never bought into the soulmate. Look, you can have more than one soulmate. You can have more than one woman that just likes you for being a man, respects you just because you're a man. She likes everything about you. She likes how you look. She likes how you smell. She likes how you dress. She likes the food you eat. She likes that you like certain things she likes. She likes that you're into sports, and she is too. And she might likes the fact that you're into some things that she would like to get into. And she might even like the fact that you can help her do some of the things that she's into. She likes all, even the things that she don't necessarily know about that you're into. She might be curious because she's into you. So she's automatically, in most cases, going to be curious to see what else you're into. She might even be curious to know about your family, where you came from, your sisters and brothers, and when your parents passed away, where they came from. She might be curious about everything because she's into you. She might want to be able to connect with your sisters and brothers and keep in touch with them, or get close to your sisters. You know what I'm saying? If a woman ain't really into you like that, she ain't gonna even be close to your family like that. She ain't gonna be talking to them or calling them because she ain't really into you like that. You know what I'm saying? If she ain't into you like that, you can't expect her to be into your sisters and brothers and calling them and spending time with them. No, that doesn't make any sense. If she ain't into you like that, well, damn, what you think she think about your family? Not much. You know what I'm saying? So we waste a lot of time. I say probably most guys, we waste a lot of time around women, people, your job. We spend a lot of time, wasted time, around people that are not into us like that. And we don't want to deal with the truth. The truth is, they don't listen to us because they just don't respect us. They aren't into us like that. So you need to, and the crazy thing is, there's guys, every guy has at least one woman that does listen to him, respects him, that's into him. But you know what happens? End up happening most of the time? He don't want her. See, he don't want the girl he wants, don't really want him. A lot of times. He wants the girl that really ain't into him like that. The girl that's really into you, she's right there. Sometimes right in front of your face. But she's invisible to you. You don't see her like that. Cause she might have didn't show up the way you would like. She ain't wearing the flashy clothes or the designer jeans and got the purse, Coach purse. She didn't show up with all that. So she's invisible. You kind of walk past her. And you might speak to her, say hello every day or some shit like that. But she don't look that good. She ain't good enough. That's the problem. You know what I'm saying? You need to find, you need to spend time around the girl that's into you. I always say, people always ask me, what type of girl you like? I don't really have no type. I like who like me. And usually I end up being attracted to the person. That's how it usually go. I like who like me. I fuck with those that fuck with me. I ain't never been really the type that's chasing nobody like that. I ain't really that type. I ain't really aggressively going after anybody that's, off my radar. I ain't never seen her before. She ain't never seen me before. And I'm strategically trying to get in front of them. Nah, I ain't never really been that type of cat. You know what I'm saying? When I see you, and I'll shoot my shot, but I never been super aggressive like that. I never been the type that, I'm going after the supermodel and all that shit. No, I'm going after the dimes, every dime in the club. Or, not if I see ya, I see ya. But if you out of sight, you out of mind. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really aggressive like that. I ain't never really been aggressive like that. You know what I'm saying? If I see ya, I shoot my shot, but I ain't gonna really be after you like that. Because those women usually have options. The dimes and supermodel chicks, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, man, The reason why she ain't listening to you is because she just not into you like that. She don't respect you. If people don't respect you, don't like you, there's nothing you can say to them to change their mind or think different of you. That's what it is. Oh, when President Obama got elected, you saw that live in the flesh. You saw that on television. They were doing all kind of wild, crazy shit. Threw a shoe at Obama and all kind of shit. That doesn't happen, man. Ain't nobody ever threw a shoe at a president at a I think it was a press conference, if I'm not mistaken. Nobody ever threw a shoe at a president. I mean, they shot at a president or whatever, but I mean, there's nothing President Obama could have said while he was elected to change people's mind how they saw him, because they never respected him as a president. They never did. So there's nothing he could have done or said to change their perception of him as a man. Zero. You know, if people don't respect you, at best, they'll just tolerate you. That's it. You know what I'm saying? That's really it. So, hey, share this episode. And P.S., by the way, don't forget to go out and get my books on Amazon.com. Boss Life Secrets and Love Can't Wait. Probably the best way to get it is go to SharpGameBook.com. At SharpGameBook.com, and I'll be sure to put the link in the show notes. And hit the Cash App on your way out. So until next time, I'm out. Peace.